I'm fascinated by this. So everything we know about the universe, everything we know, in order for you to know Allah, bro, you have to first know yourself. And the universe, Allah, yata'arraf, He introduces Himself through the signs, the ayat. Every verse in the Quran is called an ayah. So everything we know about the universe is filtered. Listen carefully, Brother Malik. It's filtered through our finite minds. Yani, first I want to define the mind, because most people think that the mind is the container of thoughts and perceptions. You know, seeing, hearing, thinking, tasting, touching. This is called perception, perceiving. And then there's thinking, thoughts that we have. I'm going to say, and this is how, you know, science defines it, mind is not the container of these things. Mind is thinking and perceiving. Let's start with that. And bear with me, because this intro is very necessary to understand. So mind is two aspects. Think of it as two lenses, thinking and perceiving. Now, perceiving, we're going to break down, very simple, the five senses: seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and touching. Okay? When we look out at the universe, when we look out at the world, we're getting a filtered version of reality. How do we know this? Well, science tells us that the visible, what we see with our eyes, we actually see with the ruh. The eyes are just the, you know, the medium. But what we see with our eyes is limited to the visible spectrum of light. It's like from some nanometers, I forget, it's been a while since I studied this stuff, to another nanometer range. And this is why Allah, when He talks about jinn, He says, يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُم. They see you from where you see them not, because they have an extra dimension above us, right? That fifth dimension that you spoke about. So they see us from where we don't see them. Okay, can we trust our senses? Allah, what does He say He does at the time of death? He says, فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ. He says, we remove the veil. Exactly. It's like the radio station. You're tuned into frequency dunya, the divine matrix, right? At the time of death, barzakh is just a fine-tuning of that. Allah changes the channel, so to speak, right? And then alam al-hashr change. What is changing? Bro, after you die, it's in the hadith. You tell the people, like, where are you taking me? You're still seeing, but people can't see you, which means the faculty of the mind is still there. The perceiving aspect is still there, but there's a shift in the frequency. That's all it is. So it's a different type of seeing, but it's still seeing. It's seeing that exposes a bit more than we're typically used to seeing. So here, the world is filtered through perceiving, which is seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. And so when we look out the world, we're seeing through the eyes that are limited, the hearing that is limited. We know that dogs can hear what we can't hear, even within this kingdom. So that's why we call it finite, because it's limited. So whatever that frequency is, thought, then whatever we receive, the version of reality that we receive, there's another layer added on top of it through conception. So there's perception and conception. There's conceiving and perceiving.